poa. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. What in the hell? Are we starting? These last few days I have been feeling like rotten garbage that has been sitting out in the sun for days. That about sums up my life right now. We are headed over to the Dr. Greek yogurt. Just kidding. Doctor, I can't remember her name, but she is a rheumatologist. So we are going to get a diagnostic check on this motor. What in the hell, Cassandra? Seriously, thank you. Thank you. God, man, I've been asking you for hours. Okay, really, Forerunner? Switch lanes. Switch lanes. Switch lanes. Switch lanes. Switch lanes. I need some breakfast. I need some orange juice. Nobody better get in front of me. It's not road rage. It's road passion. This is how I mentally prepare for doctor visits. They are going to give me a diagnosis or take away a diagnosis. It's up to how she's feeling. I was diagnosed 3 times. 3 times. But the last time, well, the first time I saw her, because this is my newest rheumatologist. Really, Honda? This is my newest rheumatologist. So the initial visit, she took my blood and she sold it in the black market. She took my blood and my blood was like, nah, B, we ain't got nothing. So my ANA was negative. So she was like, well, I can't treat you if you're not showing any signs of anything, any illness or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Because in 2015, my ANA was positive. In 2016, my ANA was positive. In 2017 and 18, my ANA was positive. And 2019, when she tested me, then all of a sudden, it's negative. And I asked her about it. I asked her why would it switch up, and she said it only switches up when you have issues with your kidneys, which I don't, thank God. So I don't really know why it switched up. So she was testing me again for the same thing, but just in a different way. And so today we are going to see what the results are and go from there.
What's A&A? It's not steak sauce, right?
No. ANA is a marker that they check for when they draw your blood. You know, when they draw your blood and they take like 30 little vials of your blood, send them out to get tested. ANA is one of the things they test for. If you have a positive ANA result, it means you have something going on with your immune system that they need to look further into. When they did mine initially, they diagnosed me with SLE, which is systemic lupus erythematosus, something like that. Based on my positive ANA and all the symptoms I was having, and that was in 2015. In 2016, I got my fibromyalgia diagnosis, and in 2018, they decided to tack on UCTD, which is undifferentiated connective tissue disease, which pretty much means you have something going on with your body. You have a positive ANA. Lupus is not what's causing all of your trouble. It's something more with your skin and nerves. We don't have a name for it, so here, take this. Y di que te fue bien. Jeep. You gotta be kidding me. I am seeing a new rheumatologist because... What number is this? Number 1, 2, 3. This is the third rheumatologist since 2015. The initial one, she was nice, but she had this really bad habit that I just couldn't keep going to see her for. Like, her bad habit was she wouldn't listen to me. And I know my body, I know what's going on, and I'm telling you, the treatment that you set up is not working. And she wasn't listening to me. She was like, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. And it wasn't working. So why are you gonna keep doing something that's not working? I know that when you have something going on like this, you're a guinea pig. You start a medication and you give them feedback, and if it doesn't work, they mess with the dosage, they switch it up, whatever the case, whatever the plan is. I understand that. We did that. But she just kept pushing this treatment that wasn't working for me, and I just got sick of not being heard. And I felt like, okay, well, she's my doctor, I'm stuck. You're not stuck. So after that, I saw a doctor at Duke.
Duke what?
Duke Rheumatology. Actually, I went to the lupus clinic in Duke, but they told me that my markers were not high enough, so it wasn't a lupus flare, which is fine. We don't need to see the lupus clinic if that's not what's going on. So they switched me over to Duke Rheumatology, and it was great. But I don't like that with Duke, it was a really bad first visit experience, because I waited 4 months to see one doctor, and when I finally show up to this appointment that I waited for 4 months, they didn't have me see her. They had me see some random doctor, and I was like, so what was the point of me waiting for 4 months? It was ridiculous. So yeah, that was a horrible experience, but I ended up seeing a doctor there who was really good, and he really helped me a lot. But I'm in Charlotte, they're in Durham, they're about 2.5 hours away. So if I had an issue that needed immediate attention, I couldn't just drop everything and go to them. I couldn't contact them and say, hey, I need to see someone today, because that's almost 3 hours, you know? So I had to look for someone closer to home. Now, this new one is not really so close because they are in the neighboring state. But this is my third visit with her. I don't want to feel discouraged about this and feel like, okay, you know, you're too far anyways. So I just want to see how this goes, and hopefully things work out. I didn't go to one in Charlotte, not because of my first experience being so bad and she was in Charlotte, but because my primary referred me over to this facility. So that's why we're in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
why we're really here.
I like his bag there.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Changes on medication?
No, everything's still the same. I don't have the keys.
How do you feel?
Frustrated. I feel frustrated. We just left the doctor's office. The Greek yogurt was sour. No, we just left the doctor's office and we got one diagnosis taken off and one diagnosis just confirmed. So this rheumatologist said that it is not lupus. The ANA was positive, but the other lupus markers are not present, so that's why they said it's not lupus. They really don't know what it is, and when they don't know what it is, they call it undifferentiated connective tissue disease, because you have a positive ANA and you have a lot of pain, and they really can't tell you why for either one. So yeah, I said no lupus, yes undifferentiated connective tissue disease. So let me just go back a little bit. I am first of all, I turned in the wrong street. This is not the way we came in, and I don't know where I'm at because this is another state. Okay, so let me just go back and say I'm frustrated, not because I lost the lupus diagnosis, because let me tell you, I was not married to it. I didn't care for it. Be gone. I don't care. Bye. Bitch, bye. But let me tell you why I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I am still having a lot of pain. I'm still having a lot of issues, and there's no name for it. There is nothing that they're telling me, hey, this is what's going on, this is how we treat it, this is how we can get you to start feeling better. That's what is frustrating to me. We get a name, but it's the name that you'll get when they don't know what's going on. This is just the we don't know what's going on with you disease. That's what's frustrating, you know? I should be on that street. So
we're not gonna go that way.
I mean, how can I?
Oh yeah, it's down that way.
Yeah, so let me find a way to get back. So this, as frustrating as this is, it makes sense, because it makes sense that it's not lupus, because my first rheumatologist was pushing all this lupus medication. I did the Benlysta treatment, which is specifically for lupus, and I told her it's not working, it's not making me feel any better, I'm still miserable, I'm still going through all of this. And of course it wasn't helping, because that's not what was the problem. That's not what was causing everything going on with me, you know? So in that aspect, I do appreciate this new diagnosis, because yeah, it's not lupus, and it makes sense as to why none of the medicine that they prescribed to me was ever working, because you're telling me to take all this medicine for an illness that is not really aggravated to the point where it's the primary thing causing all of these issues. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Because I feel like I'm just
Flirt.
I wasn't flirty with him. I was like, thank you for speeding it up.
Hey, that was a child.
Dude,
Pervert.
you're a pervert.
Little baby construction workers. Are you gonna wave at them too?
No, they're not doing they don't get nothing. At least those people were walking. Sorry. So back to it. Yeah, so I am a boiling pot of emotions right now, as you can tell by my face. I am frustrated, but I am also relieved, and I am also pissed off. No, I am frustrated, and I already explained to you why. I am relieved because that takes off one diagnosis, and let me tell you that I've been living with the diagnosis of lupus for 4 years, and it sucks, because these are not your typical issues. These are ongoing. They're gonna be in your life forever. You're married to them till death do us part type of things, and I can't commit. Ask my husband. I'm just kidding. That sounds really bad, but I don't want to be committed to a disease. You know what I mean? I am not trying to have that relationship. I am, unfortunately, to these other two, which is fibromyalgia and of course the undifferentiated connective tissue disease that was just confirmed. But I don't want lupus. And you guys, if you don't know about lupus and what all it consists of, you should definitely do some research on it, because it is a ridiculous disease. You're in pain all the time. Your joints, your freaking hands, knuckles, wrists, knees, elbows, any joint in your body is in pain. You get a lot of swelling, you get a lot of rashes, sores in your mouth and your nose. You don't even know what the heck. And it's ridiculous. And not only does it affect your body, it goes after your organs. So you can have lupus nephritis, which is kidney issues. It can totally kill your kidneys. It can go after your lungs and your brain. You can have lupus cerebritis, which causes swelling in your head, and you just, yeah, it's a big mess. So I'm glad that she's telling me I don't have it. Now, because I have a positive ANA,
and one of the markers for lupus is high, which is the SSA.
Yeah, and one of the markers for lupus is high, which is the SSA. This could turn into something in the future, but we're not going to focus on that. We are just focusing on the fact that we lost one major diagnosis. We could say goodbye to it and not be associated with it. And to all our friends and loved ones that are struggling with it, let me tell you, my heart goes out to you, girl, boy, honey, child, boo. If you need anything from me, even if it's just to listen, let me know. I'm here. But I'm so thankful that that is out of my books for me personally. You know what I mean? So, we're just gonna focus on the positive changes that we're making in our life right now, and we are going to do some research as to the UCTD and what we can do ourselves to try to help. You know, whether it be introducing some light exercises or changing up our diets. That's what we're gonna have to do. So, not today though, because I'm hungry, and whatever's around here will do. Okay, so yeah. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this health update. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on those bell notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching. And you guys stay tuned for the next video because we are announcing some big news. You don't want to miss that, okay? See you guys next time.